if you want to start creating relationships, you just need to get out there and talk to people, right? That's the prerequisite of it. If you go in and don't talk to anyone and have lunch by yourself and sit at your desk, you won't create any relationships. So that's the first bit. Second bit, following from this, is, you come to work, start chatting with people over coffee in the morning. Have lunch where everyone else has lunch and start talking to people, interact. Say good morning when you get into the office. Ask everyone, how's your day? The other thing is about, especially if you're at the beginning in a role or in a company and you need to start building these relationships, the first things you will get into is meetings, right? You'll have meetings with your clients, you have meetings with other colleagues in different departments within a company. Try and engage as much as possible with people in those meetings, in the sense that you listen, but you also ask questions and you try and find out more about these persons and what they do in their job and what their needs are. And also be sure to follow up after all of these conversations. I think if you go to a meeting and you stop talking to that person, but you know that person is someone that you will need to interact with for the next 1 year as part of your role, because they're one of the key persons that you need to work with. You have a meeting with that person and then you stop talking to them for 2 months. That's not helping in building that relationship and fostering that relationship. You need to engage with these people that you know are relevant for what you do as much as possible. Maybe not be the weirdo that pops up on Slack or on Skype. Hey, how's your weekend been? I don't want to tell you anything else. I just wanted to see how you are. But do things like, is there anything I can help you with on a random day to one of your colleagues or one of the people in other departments? Just go and speak to them, on different topics, learn more, and keep engaging as much as possible, but not like, we've talked today, then I completely ignore you for 2 months and I barely see you in the office. I never say hi to you. Then I come to you because I need something, That's one thing. The other thing is, in certain contexts, again, it depends on the company or the kind of environment you're in. Here, for example, it's very easy to build friendships. People go out. We do organize a lot of events where people can hang out together. We have different activities after work that we can do together. So it's very dynamic from that perspective. So that helps a lot in keeping these relationships and nurturing these relationships. In some cases, it's not as easy, so you have to work a little bit more for it. And I think one of the challenges we have here within our role, because we are a global product team, is working with people from different regions, right? So one of the challenges is creating new relationships with people in the other offices that we don't see face-to-face, and maintaining the relationships with those people that we don't see face-to-face. Everything happens over email or all over the phone or Skype, any other communication tools that we're using. So I think one of the difficulties there is to break that little bit of a wall with the persons. But the more you engage, the more regularly you engage, even if you do it over Skype, you start building relationships. If you show that you care about building a connection with that specific person, then it becomes easier. If you show that, I actually only need to talk to you because I need something from you. I'm talking to you now because I want to, get more data on some user stats. Or I'm talking to you because I want to get in touch with that client and I know you're their account manager. Or I'm only talking to you because I want a free ticket to the next conference and I know you have them. Then I'm sorry, no. But if you show that you care to talk to those people because you care about what they do, and you care about the relationship you want to build, then that's a different story. I think if you do it for selfish reasons, don't do it. Just don't. what I also like, we do have the opportunity to travel quite a bit to the different offices. So we do travel to Berlin, for example, or to Amsterdam, or to Stockholm, or all the other locations in within Europe where we have offices, and that's an amazing opportunity to get to spend more time with the people you actually interact with online. Again, go to meetings, go for drinks, and spend more time together, see how they are in their environment, because maybe sometimes the dynamic within your office in Paris is different from the dynamic in the office in Amsterdam. So you kind of go to Amsterdam, spend 2 days there, meet the colleagues you've been interacting with for a long time, and understand why they behave the way they behave. Sometimes you actually get to understand a lot more about the cultural clashes or communication differences, or I don't know, sometimes you're like, oh, I really don't get along with that person. They're being so difficult. I just don't know what to do. But then you meet them face to face. You see the context they are in, and you start understanding where they're coming from. And then at that point, you're like, oh, now I understand why he behaves like that. You know, it's like, okay, now maybe we can get along better. Maybe now I can make a step towards, you know, being less angry when I get a negative response. And that person will also say, okay, now I understand why she reacts like that when I say something. You know, so I think the face-to-face bit is very, very important. But still, if you have teams or people spread across the world, just communicate as much as possible. Skype, Slack, Hangouts, anything and everything. Just use all the tools you have, and not only for selfish reasons.